Elden Ring. As I sit here and contemplate grace, I stare as the DLC looks me in the face. I don't really rhyme. Well, I mean I did this time. But let me talk you through my build currently. As I am preparing for Messimer's appearance, I've decided to take on a dexterity intelligence build as best that I can with a little bit of faith thrown in for good measure. As you can see by my numbers, I've been playing it a little while, and I've actually played it for about another 30 hours since I recorded this, so my level is more like 260. I've managed to get myself to a healthy place. I'm pretty much one-shotting anything in the early game. I've got myself some magic. For the first time on my first New Game Plus playthrough, I've added incantations, and I've got Loretta's Mastery, which I use all the goddamn time. Founding Rain of Stars is useless, so I've actually got rid of that now. I've got the healing, I've got the glaive, and I've got the triple rings of light that all do stuff to baddies. But even though I've taken this magical angle, there has been a bit of a problem in preparing for the DLC, and that is runes. Of course, with the magic bestowed upon me within a sword of golden light, I've been farming the absolute shit out of this spot, which I'm sure most people have who have got themselves a New Game Plus. Outside Mogrim Palace, on the Palace Road, absolutely annihilating the bird and the Albinaurics over and over and over again. Which is fine, because we win, we get points this way. But what if you don't want to do it this way? What can you do then? Are there many options? No, there's not. There's simply no other way in the game, even if you play through the whole thing, to level up in the same way that you do on the Palace Road. It's so very painful. And thus starts the cycle of repetition as you travel the Palace Road over and over, murdering Albinauric after Albinauric, who's just minding their own business, you horrible, horrible bastard, to farm 50 to 70,000 rooms a time. But it's good, because you need over 500,000 to level up once, so this is going to be something that you do for hours and hours and hours on end. And what do you do after you finish doing this? Well, you don't finish, so you just carry on. And this is the bit that I fear has been overlooked, because although I've completed the game, so to speak, I got my ending, I've leveled up my guy to a point where pretty much nothing can touch him within reason. Even Garank struggles with me now on my New Game Plus. But there's nothing else I can do. I'm just stuck here, constantly doing this over and over and over to eke out a level of vigour, or an extra level of strength, or an extra level of whatever at a time. It's just really boring. I can play through the game, I can take on all of the bosses again, I can do everything, and I still won't have enough to get myself to a level deemed worthy of the DLC. Everyone's saying about which build is better, and do this for the DLC, prepare for the DLC. I probably won't get there. Because even when I mix it up and I go all hands on, I don't use any magic or any special weapon abilities, no weapon arts, nothing like that. It's just time consuming. I mean, clearing this road will probably take me about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes using the golden wave of light. Doing it this way, with a peeler, will take me about 6 to 7 minutes, which if you're one of those guys that likes to crunch the numbers, you realise is shit. It takes a long time to get the same amount of runes, and I achieve nothing new out of it. Basically, there is nothing to do here except farm over and over and over. And yes, I could go out into the world and find some new stuff. I've done that. I found things I didn't find on the first playthrough. I found things I didn't even know existed. But at the same time, it's not enough. So I'm stuck here. The most painful part is knowing that the DLC will be so much more difficult than everything else. And I'd like to think that in the future, DLCs won't be a marker of how long you've been playing for, but more just something that you can join in on no matter what, and not be locked behind this level cap which has been placed on it. But since that's not happening anytime soon, I guess I should just get back to murdering everything. Yeah, you best take off too.